That was rank race that was.
Can I just say as well, they actually gave me a race number according to my weight. First time that's ever happened.
Hi there and welcome to this episode of Fat Boys in Lycra. Before we get into the episode, some big news. If you're like us, you feel a little bit overweight and would like to do some exercise, well, you can now come and ride with the Fat Boys. We're going to do a monthly group ride for absolute beginners to up those a little bit more advanced. So we're going to do a monthly group ride up the Al Quadra stick. If you've never done it, don't worry. Now, the aim of this group ride is to get as many people doing exercise as possible. And one of those things that when you start cycling, you're worried about how fast you'll go. Well, we're not like those groups at all. We are going to have no one left behind. So if you're one of those total beginners, don't even have a bike, you can go and rent a bike. And we're going to be running this on the 30th of October at the bottom of the Al Quadra stick. We will send location if you don't know where it is. It'd be great to see loads of you there. And of course, make sure you tell your mates as well. In this episode, I review a pair of triathlon specific trainers. Also, we've had the opening triathlon of the season, one of the Fat Boys' favourites, the Roy Nasser Memorial Tri. We always do the super sprint distance. We've had various winners over the year. We've been on the podium quite a bit, and you'll see how we got on at the end of this episode. So let's go over to Craig now, who's been doing some 10K training.
Okay, good morning. I am here today at the Dubai Creek Harbour Run, organised through Hopper Sports. It's a lovely venue, what a cracking view. One thing that's always great on race day, plenty of portaloos, so big thumbs up from me. Just a 10K race this morning. I say the word race lightly as it's going to be a little plod with the running buggy. Little Master Broom might do a little bit of running also, and Mrs Broom's going to plod out a 5K also. Powered by the boys at Secret Training. Really looking forward to this race. I'll let you all know how it goes. So, post-race, just finished the Dubai Creek 10 kilometres. A lot hillier than what I expected it to be. And a new experience for me today was a technical difficulty with my buggy in terms of I got a puncture at 3.6 kilometres. Fortunately, there's a thorn in the tyre that's actually plugged it a little bit. But what I found is as soon as the pace dropped below 5 minutes 30 per kilometres, the wheel was shaking like mad. I ploughed on till I got to about 8K. Fortunately, little tiny Broom managed to come out the buggy and he ran the last 2 kilometres all by himself, which makes me a very proud father. But overall, a cracking event. Fully recommend you give it a go.
Now, there are so many trainers on the market, but not that many for triathlon specific. Now, a few years ago, I invested in a pair of lock laces and put them onto my Adidas Supernova runners. It revolutionised my transition. So I went a bit further and I found some actual triathlon shoes. These being the Asics Tri-Noosa 11s. You can see these are fairly old now. Lock laces provided with them. They were so quick to put on. Can't say the most comfortable to run in. Felt quite flat and thin on the bottom, but I like them. I like them so much, I bought another pair. And I bought another pair as well. As you can see, they are not the most attractive of trainers. They really do go for some wacky colours. Who cares really when they're doing the job? What these were great at is you could just slip them on straight into, in transition with no socks, obviously coming off the bike with no socks on, straight in there and would give you no problems. I wouldn't recommend running a long distance. So we've got super sprints and sprints coming up here in the season over here. these are perfect. As the years have gone on, these have begun to split and I've had to do some mending. So it was time to go and buy some new ones. I went back to Asics to see what they have done. Now, they do still do the Noosa range and they are on Tri-Noosa 13 now. I looked all around Dubai, pretty hard to find them, and I did find a pair in red. Now, again, they still come with the lock laces. These are the 13 model, and as you can see, there's slight design change. There's a lot thicker sole on there, and when I've put them on, I do found them a hell of a lot bouncier, a much more comfortable run. Also, the ease of use of putting them on, they had the lock laces that provided them. Basically, was doing brilliant until I actually came to a race. Now, it's got the pull on the back here, and I can see why they've now put this on, because this back is completely soft. Now, that is not what you need as a triathlete. When you're scrambling in transition to get in there, the last thing that you need is have problems slipping these on. Never, ever had problems slipping these on in under 2 seconds. Bang, they're straight in. As you can see, the heel is so tight on there. That probably makes it a bad shoe to run in for a long distance. So I think Asics have gone a bit in the middle here. Yes, I did win the triathlon with these on. I don't know, they're really comfortable inside against your feet, but it's just that I'm sure they could sort that out in the next one. Good to run in. I would recommend only for short distances. Again, I'll probably maximum go up to 10k, so I do a sprint in them. They're around about 600 dirhams. Just over £100. Yeah, sort it out, Asics.
The first triathlon of the season, we got all of our stuff ready. Myself, Wolfie, Danny and Craig took part in the Roy Nasser Memorial Tri. We have always done the super sprint because it's a bit of a tradition, it's a bit of fun, it's the first one in the season. So that's 3.75 metres swim, 10k bike, 2.5k run, which doesn't sound that far, but it is full on. You are swimming as fast as you can, biking as fast as you can, and then running as fast as you can. The swim went really well for Danny and Wolfie. They came out of the water first. Craig had a little bit of a nightmare and got overtaken by someone doing breaststroke. So it was into transition one. Both Wolfie and Danny were out onto the bike course first of all, and Craig and Andy after that on their PX series. Wolfie managed to hang on to the lead going into the run. Craig was just behind Andy and both had overtaken Danny. So the run is a fantastic run around the marina at the JA Resort. Myself and Wolfie set a blistering pace around about 4:20 per kilometre. Craig couldn't quite keep up with that, and then Danny behind that running into the finish.
Only one ahead, mate. Go, go, go.
Wolfie, champion at the Roy Nasser Memorial Tri. Tell us about it.
Yeah, good. So first super sprint, I did say I probably wouldn't ever get out of bed for such a short event, but these boys said good laugh. So I thought, why not? Go on then, let's go for it. Very good. I knew that obviously Danny was going to be fast to swim, so I stuck with him for that. The two boys were behind, breaststroking. Onto the bike, obviously a little bit wary from my last fall, but hammered it down there. A bit tight in some areas. Very good coming into the run. Bit different because I went for no socks and my laces already tied, but that was smooth. Happy with that. Run just absolutely went for it. I see the boys behind me on the couple of laps. Went for it, but yeah, all round very, very much enjoyed it. Nice little t-shirt at the end there from Race Me. Yeah, really enjoyed it. I think I'll do one next year, and I think I'll win again.
Well done, lad. Not been known to this at the time of the interview, but Wolfie actually came second in his age category. Well done, Wolfie, and glad to see you're keeping that tradition of fat boys on the podium.
Over the moon. I have not beaten those two, the elderly statesmen, for a long, long time, and I felt all right coming into it. Breaststroke was so quick. I'd started off front crawl, which really been practicing, pleased with that. Came out the swim in front of Brooby, which was amazing. Went into transition, knew it was going to be a quick transition. Dropped my bike on that way out of transition. Must have looked a right fool with a PX series and drop your bike coming out. The bike, I must say, was a nightmare. People did not know whether to stay on the left or the right. I think the organiser told them to stay on the left. I think they meant left lane, not stay on the left, and a lot of people got confused, so it was a bit complicated through there. Came in a T2, very greasy, just had Wolfie's accident in mind and just kept it steady coming into transition. Got the new shoes out for the run, the Asics Noosa, and just absolutely went for it at 2K. God knows what my heartbeat was, and gave it a big large over the finishing line. It means a lot to beat those two because you don't do it very often. A great race, Emily, well done. Craig, look at that face. What happened?
I really enjoyed being overtaken by a breaststroker, getting a good kick in the gut at the time. All that swim training's really paid off. Training anymore for swim, don't do it, it's no good to you, there's no point in bothering. Bike, if anyone was filming the exit of T1, that should have looked like something from the Benny Hill show. Number 1 here, himself laughing. Head number 2 who binned his bike. I then fell off twice trying to mount. I currently have a cleat that's snapped in 2. Brilliant idea to wear my tri shoes today. Bike course filled with 300,000 cyclists, all keeping tight to the left, so no one could go absolutely anywhere. That was good. Run was amazing though, went really well. Really pleased with that. And overall, did a PB, so it can't be too bad. Apart from that.
Well, goodness gracious me, we both ended up on the podium for the age group 35 to 49-year-olds. Absolutely wonderful feeling.
Your 4th Roy Nasser Memorial Tri, how did it go?
Well, I don't think I've podiumed today, but I'm really pleased with the performance. Possibly a little bit faster than my PB, which I'm really chuffed. I love this race. Roy Nasser, if you don't, or if you haven't done it before, live in Dubai, you want to get into triathlons, Roy Nasser is really a good one to start with. Swim was good, bike was crazy, run was absolutely fantastic, and overall a generally good day.
That's it for this episode. Can leave you with the picture of 3 very proud fat boys there at the Roy Nasser Memorial Tri. Don't forget the ride on the 30th of October, and please remember to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to follow us on our socials.